Normally, you would hear Stephen and Coach Elix's voice right about now, but they're so busy playing with Facebook Live that they didn't come into the studio. Yes, we are on. I told you, 2 minutes past 5. Did I not?
Oopsie. Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. I completely 100% blame Elix. I told Elix to watch the clock and clearly he didn't. So I even missed my Lot of Love music. I missed Nicolette. But the most important thing is that I'm here now. And Mark, thank you for saving my show. Right?
We are here.
We were next door doing Facebook Live, but I don't know if Mark.
We're still on Facebook Live.
Yeah, of course.
Hi, Facebook Live. Hi, everyone.
I don't know if Mark mentioned in his show, but we also brought him in a cake because today's his 1-year anniversary. So I can't wait to get a piece. And
we'll show everyone what that cake looks like.
A huge celebration
on Facebook Live.
And next week is my 1-year anniversary.
That's
so
right.
How wild is that? And even though I think last week or 2 times ago in the show, I was mentioning that when we were all pitching our shows, Mark and I were in the same conference room back in probably June, right, of last year. And, I saw Mark, but I had no idea who he was and didn't know that we were going to become buds and he was going to produce my show. This is so cool. But so he just started his show 1 week before me, and I started mine July 25th. I cannot believe that it's going to be a year next week. I mean, and can you really believe your show is a year mark today?
No, that's amazing.
It is.
Time flew.
Yeah, I don't understand how fast it went. It's been, in reference to this show, honestly, it's been the best year so far with this show. It's been to be able to talk to people, to have people that listen weekly, Facebook Live, listeners on the people that are not on Facebook, listeners that just listen to Through the Static. It's pretty incredible. And I remember doing my contest to see what the name of the show was going to be, and I think I had Elix? It was like 120 people that gave suggestions.
Yeah. It was over 100, definitely.
It was a lot of people, and ultimately I went with Through the Static for that Julia.
What's Julia's Bedard.
Yes. That's our...
Maybe she's listening. Thank you, Julia.
Our good friends, Ryan's girlfriend. So.
But let's talk a little bit about, for those of you who are listening, for those of you who are on Facebook Live, if you want to celebrate our 1-year anniversary, the best way to celebrate is to get tickets to Stephen's show next Friday, the 26th.
Yes, that would be a great thing. And did you love how Elix pronounced if, how the Latin accent comes out? If you are...
In your point...
The point is, it's the best thing.
That's
I love
right.
your accent.
You should love my accent.
I do. That's
you
why I
love everything about me.
Somebody with a Rhode Island accent.
I know.
Out somebody with a Puerto Rican.
Correct.
I'm not calling him out.
Is the kettle calling? What is it? The pot black? Hello.
Stick with easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I was not calling you out. I was saying I wasn't calling him out, Mark. I was just saying I love his accent, and it was Eve. So, but he's right. Eve, you want to celebrate next week, right? You need to come to my show.
That's right. And to get tickets,
StephenTheMedium.com. They're only $25, but I got to tell you, the tickets are going. So
at the Attleboro, where's the show?
Don't complain when you go to my website and you either see sold out or you can't purchase tickets. This is a show that I do not do this price, $25. It's a community-based show, and it's going to be a great show because I get to meet everybody, and I don't have anything set up for the rest of the summer, so you need to make sure you can be there next
And
Friday.
where is it?
It is at the
I know.
Attleboro
It's like
Elks.
he gets so distracted all the time. Focus.
You know what? Next week it's going to be Stephen the Medium, and that's it. No one else is going to be here. I'm going to set up a robot to do the computer to produce it, and I'll be very good.
We've been dissed, Mark.
I'll be very good. So yes, the Attleboro Elks. It's very easy to find, and it is a great venue. So I'm really, really excited about it, and excited about Mark's 1-year anniversary.
right?
And just for the record, I'm looking at Facebook Live, and a lot of people are talking about how they love my accent. Thank you, Facebook Live. See what you've done?
Well, that's what I wanted to do because I love the accent too. This was a beautiful thing, right? And you got a lot of support. So
That's right.
Right? I mean,
That's right.
It's a great thing. And so now let's hear about my Rhode Island accent. All my Rhode Islanders
Yeah,
listening.
what is it that you drink in the morning?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yes.
And then he talks about my Puerto Rican accent. Just saying.
Well, was it last week or 2 weeks ago when you were asking David for a Doll? Now, listen, Doll is Massachusetts. Dal is Rhode Island. Rhode Islanders, right? We say Dal, like D-A or D-A-H-L, Dal. Doll? No. That's not Rhode Island. That's Massachusetts.
My accent is so screwed up at the moment because I have a Puerto Rican accent, Bostonian accent, and Rhode Island, New York
You've
accent.
been infused with two others.
Three cultures altogether.
Yeah, which is a great thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing.
If you can understand what I'm saying.
Well, clearly people can because they're giving you compliments, and the accent sounds really
I'll
good.
give you a chance to bust me, okay?
What's your accent?
I say, well, I'm not sure. They say I have a little Texan because I lived down there for a few years.
You have a Southern?
But, well, Texas isn't Southern. It's totally...
What part of
Where the hell
what
is it?
part
In
of the
Mars?
U.S. is Texas in? I was unaware that Texas is not belonging to South.
They don't do the y'all and
Oh.
a lot of that.
You know,
They do
I
more.
can't believe you're bringing that up because we just had a discussion last week. We went to dinner with our really good friends John and Darlene, and we were talking about when Elix went to Texas, how he was very surprised that he wasn't hearing that really
No.
like intense Southern draw, right?
And I went to Fort Worth and I went to Dallas, and I was really expecting more of that Southern accent, and I really didn't hear it. I mean, I heard it some, but not to the extent that I was expecting.
My word that everybody laughs at me how I pronounce it. I say milk.
Okay.
And how should you say milk?
It's really milk, but I say milk.
I don't know.
I
kinda
have no
stretch
idea what the difference
No,
is.
milk.
I stretch the L out. Okay?
Milk.
It's really milk, like quick,
Okay.
but I say milk.
So later on tonight, when we're home and I want some cookies, I'll say to Elix, "I want some cookies and milk."
Milk. Yeah, I know.
So I won't stretch it out. But you know, it's interesting though. Like I said to Elix, even in the state of Rhode Island, right? And it's not a big state, but the Rhode Island accent is much more pronounced in
certain regions.
Yeah, like in Providence, where I grew up, like Johnston, Cranston, or Cranston, as we say, North Providence, Pawtucket. But when you start getting further out of those kind of regions, the accent, I think, just dissipates a little bit. I mean, I'm sure everyone in Rhode Island has that Rhode Island accent, but the strength of it kind of changes depending on where you live. So it's a little. I would assume that's in Boston, same thing, right? I mean, like the Boston accent must be, maybe like sort of intense.
Well,
the intensity must be
it's
different.
Revere, it's known to have its own accent.
Well,
heavy.
Revere is really like a Providence or a Cranston,
correct?
Place.
So
I get it. So, but we're really happy to be here. Coming here, there was like a huge downpour. I don't know if you saw it here, if it was raining.
Oh, yeah, it poured for like 2 minutes.
And for the 2 minutes, there were like puddles and places like flooding up for 2 minutes. It was really, really fast. So, and after the show, I have my final track to do for the CD, and it's being sent out tonight, so it will get processed. That is one of the things that I'm giving everybody that comes to the show. So I am expecting that if you want a CD, it's not going to be ready on Friday on the 26th. If you want an MP3, I will just send it to you. But it is in the works, and everybody that signs up, because clearly I have your information, is going to get either or. So the MP3 is much easier to send, but I am requesting CD, so just in case you want a CD. But how exciting is that? So I thought Mark has been the best. I mean, he not only produces the show, but he's been doing my recording of the CD. And the last track on Monday I thought was all set. It was one-shot deal. It was the meditation piece, which is really important, and the CD is incredible. It really is. And Mark, so far, is the only one that has heard it. Nobody else has, because you're the one listening to me recording it. And
Well, I heard some of it.
right, well, and the last piece is the meditation, and I was completely all set, and I said, you know what, I'm going to send it Monday night. Of course, I needed to listen to it, and as I was going through the chakras, I was on the solar plexus chakra, and what do I call it? A couple of times, but the sacral chakra, which makes no sense. And I'm like, I can't have that go out because it makes no sense. So, especially for people that don't really know a lot about the chakras and these main 7 chakras.
And you're making up new chakras.
I didn't make a new one up. I just mislabeled it.
I know, but for people that don't know anything about the chakras, that's like a whole new chakra.
Can you shut his mic off because he's.
Hey, it sounded good to me when
Exactly.
we did it. I was
Oh, I did.
doing it.
I know.
My point exactly. You know, Mark is like, ooh, that's
there's-
another
I know
new
it,
chakra.
but I mean, for people that don't know the chakras, I really want them to understand how important these main 7 ones are. And for people that do know the chakras, would be sending me not nice emails saying, Stephen, you flubbed the CD and calling one chakra the other chakra, and I can't do that. So right after the show, we're going to do it, and it's going to be a one-shot deal. I know it, Mark, and it's going to be done, and I'm going to send it tonight, so it's all set up. That the guy who's going to add the music, but it's going to be, listen, that alone plus $25 to come to the show is pretty incredible to get this CD. And I'm telling you, there's things on the CD that you have not heard, so it's a great thing.
Oh, it's an amazing CD.
So all right, so 508-222-1320 is the number, but we're going to take a break, and we will be right back. Welcome to Through the Static. Now, everything's back and good with the universe. I heard my opening song, and I'm good, and I'm ready for callers. So let's do this on this Wednesday afternoon. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Carrie?
Carrie, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, and I'm glad that you're my first caller. I have no idea why I said call her, but maybe it's something. I don't know, Carrie. Maybe it's you. I think your loved ones are making me say things. So where am I going with you, Carrie? Carrie, you have a daughter?
I do. I have a few.
Okay. I'm just brought to. I just keep seeing a girl. Like I just keep getting the girl. But you have a son also?
Yeah, I have quite a few sons also.
Okay, I'm asking.
How many
asking.
kids do you have?
No. Don't tell. Don't
Oh,
Carrie.
okay.
Don't answer him. I want Spirit to do it. I don't know.
You said quite a few.
Yeah.
So
All right. I'm telling you, I got to 86 this Puerto Rican, Carrie. I got to get rid of him. So he's messing me up. Okay. Is your dad crossed?
I'm not too sure.
Okay. Well, Carrie, that's interesting because as soon as I just, I tune in to say who's validating Carrie's kids, and that's what this is all about, letting you know that they're watching. But a father figure steps forward, and where does Bill, where's B come in for you? Living or crossed?
I have an Uncle Bobby who passed, and it was my...
Go ahead. He was what?
He was my oldest daughter's godfather.
Oh, okay. So just know that Uncle Bobby is letting you know he's stepping forward. It could be Uncle Bobby who was giving me the father figure. Was Uncle Bobby, did he have children?
No.
Okay, so if that's the case, then Uncle Bobby is not the father figure that's stepping forward, but Uncle Bobby just wants to give a big shout out and a big hug to you. What's the 6? Is it 6 kids? Don't tell me if it's not 6. Just say no.
No.
Okay. So I keep getting, every time I tune into you, the father figure said 6. Uncle Bobby said 6. So I don't know if there's another family member with 6 kids. It feels like there's 6 people, 6 kids, six connection to a family. So it was like mom or dad, was somebody from Six?
I'm trying to think.
Carrie's trying to calculate on her fingers, like,
I am.
this is Bob. Just keep it with you. There's also Marsha, Marilyn. Who's the MR name for you?
Marsha.
Who's that?
She was my ex-husband's mother.
So this is your ex-mother-in-law?
Yes.
But in spirit?
Yes.
Wow. So no, even though, I got to tell you something, Carrie, your mother-in-law just said remove the ex, mother-in-law, Marsha. She's coming forward just to let you know she's with you. But your mother-in-law comes through and said that at some point there was a lot of, when I say two fists bumping, it just means there was a lot of issues going on. So I don't know if this is with you and your ex, if this was just your ex's family, but there was some like battling stuff going on, like just I don't know what this is, Carrie. I don't know if you understand it.
Yes.
Okay, so as long as Marsha just said to me, no need to go further. She understands. So I follow spirit, and it's a way to let you. It's interesting, Carrie. Your mother-in-law apologizes for stuff, and I'm not really sure she's apologizing for her or her and others in the family, because the reason why I say that is that she has a very good heart and spirit, but just keeps telling me that you're such a good person and deserved way more, if that makes any sense.
It makes complete sense.
Oh, perfect. So know that Masha just said to me, Stephen, you giving this message to my daughter-in-law, and I'm telling you, Carrie, I don't know what the relationship was when she was here, but all I can tell you is that Masha comes from a really good place in spirit, and just like there's no exes. That's my daughter-in-law, and Masha stays with you a lot and helps you and watches you, and it's just a way that she said, everything I'm giving you right now doesn't erase what happened, but maybe it's just a start, or maybe it's just something that all Masha wants is to maybe lessen the hurt in your heart, if that makes any sense.
It does. We were, even after everything happened with her son, we were always close.
Perfect. So she's referencing, I'm sure probably her son or the relationship, but it's just a beautiful way, Carrie, to let you know that she knows what's going on and she's watching. And then there's a grandmother. It's one of your grandmothers just barreled in here, and oh my God, her energy is gigantic, Carrie. Is this mom? Is mom's mom crossed?
Yes. I didn't really get a chance to know any of my grandparents. They all passed when I was little, or even before I was born.
Well, that's the reason why they're barreling in here, because they want to make sure you know that they're watching everything and know everything about you. Was there excuse me, an accent or a dialect? Why do I keep feeling someone's talking different? Was there somebody like like grandma? Did somebody have an accent, or it's kind of funny. We started with an accent with you, Felix.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I keep getting a dialect or an area that has its own sort of language?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, just keep it with you, Carrie, because they keep talking about the dialect, but it sort of makes me feel like someone did your ex did his side of the family have like a different language? Or somebody with an accent?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, not that I can think of.
Just keep it with you, because I keep hearing, oh no, Carrie, someone close to you talks in an accent. I don't know if this is a Spanish accent. There's an accent close to you. Do you work with people that have,
My ex-husband is Puerto Rican.
I was about to say, you have a Puerto Rican in the house.
Oh my God, Carrie, that's why I started with Elix's accent, because Elix has been from Puerto Rico. So your ex is from Puerto Rico?
Not Marsha's son. my first ex-husband.
Oh, wow. So, but your first ex is here, living.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. So know that it's your grandmother. It's a beautiful way, if you think about this, Carrie, it's a beautiful way that you started saying, I didn't really know my grandmas. It's a beautiful way for your grandmothers to say, listen, we're not only going to bring up, Masha came through and Masha's son, but now we're going to bring up the ex-Puerto Rican to let you know that we've seen everything you've been through. We have been in every journey, every path with you. If there's one thing that, this is so wild, this blew me away, that he's Puerto Rican, and we talked about your accent. And so it's a way to say that even before you called, they knew you were the first caller, and they started already chatting with me without me even knowing it. But it's for you, Carrie, it's really important for you to know that you've had spirit and loved ones with you every step of the way. And I just also keep hearing your grandmother saying, don't worry. I don't know what this means. Like, I don't know if you're concerned about something, but I just...
this past month has been not good, and I've been unbelievably stressed out.
Wow. So, Carrie, know that what they're doing is, remember that Spirit sees the future, and whatever the situation is and how difficult it may seem, and think, oh, my God, how am I going to get out of it, or how is this going to change? You've got to give, your sort of surrender to Spirit and really let that come in. And if they're saying don't worry, it just means things are getting better, Carrie. So just make sure you keep that, okay?
Okay.
And lots of love, and thank you for being my first caller.
Thank you.
Alrighty, bye-bye. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Through the Static. Carrie, that was crazy, that reading. Incredible, and I love the fact that your loved ones were here with me chatting at the first segment with Elix without even realizing it was for you. So let me go, I was just going to say, let me go on the horn. That's like an expression from like the
Probably
50s.
Spirit also.
Get me on the horn. All right, let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hi, this is Andrea.
Andrea, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Andrea's so connected. Andrea, you are very, very connected. I have to start with that. I don't know if you're aware of it, but like crazy connection. Do you know you're really connected to Spirit?
I've been told that before.
Yeah, well, make sure you grasp that and sort of hug it if you're interested in it, because I always tell people that when I say that, when Spirit starts off with that, and usually sometimes they don't even start off with it, but for you, it was like the first thing they made me say. It's just a way that Spirit is screaming, like, Andrea, we can connect with you, so pay attention, because that's what they want, right? They want us all to connect. So, okay, so now that I'm done with that, Andrea, let me tune in to you. Andrea, there was I don't know if this is yours. Well, let me start with this. Do you have cats or had cats?
I have cats, yes.
There's a cat in Spirit stepping forward, but do you know of a cat, Andrea, that crossed over like recently?
Not recently, no.
And expand it not to just your cats, but somebody else's cat, because this cat. I've got your cat. There's a cat here for you too that you owned that's in Spirit. But there's also a cat that crossed. Andrea, do you feed like feral cats, or had you?
No, not really.
Because the reason why I asked
I was just thinking about doing that earlier today, though.
Yeah, it's not a surprise.
Like doing rescue.
Oh, wow. That's why I'm pulling into that. So I must be actually also, in addition to talking to your loved ones, tuning into your psych, too. That's like the psychic piece of it. But the reason why I asked that is that there's a cat that got hit by a car and crossed. And I don't know. I'm not sure if – well, this is really weird, Andrea. I don't know if this is a cat that was part of a shelter or was in a shelter, maybe something that you may ultimately volunteer with or for. But there's a reason. If you're not aware of a cat that got hit, then there's a connection somehow to you. Because this cat just said to me, I can see it running across the street, and it gets hit, And thankfully, because I'm an animal lover, thankfully I can see it. I can see it in spirit, and it's so happy. So that kind of takes away the hitting picture because I'd be in tears right now. But I can see how happy Bell boy. Whose cat is this? Who's the name?
I have no idea.
Oh, Andrea, you do. Did you have bells on one of the cat? Why am I hearing bells? Did you ever put bells on a cat or a connection with cat and bells?
No.
Andrea.
Not that I know of.
Andrea, work with me. There's this cat's looking at me like I'm giving what you're telling me. And Bubble. There's a.
Oh, Bubba.
Who's Bubba?
That was my friend Paula's cat. But not recent, though.
Oh no, but this is just listen. Now that the cats know they're all coming through, you've got every cat that's connected to you. So this is your girlfriend Paula's cat, Bubba.
Yeah, there was Bubba and Sprinkles. They were brother and sister, and they both disappeared.
Oh, there's the
hitting.
One. Oh my God!
They went out one night and they never came back.
Oh my God, Andrea, that's Bubba. That's Bubba telling Mommy I got hit by a car, and that's I love these two. It's Bubba. Bubba just said tell Mommy that's why I couldn't get back, and Mommy always wondered, and it was never about not wanting to get. I got goose pimples through my whole body. Because of Bubba, I wanted to get back to Mommy, and I couldn't. And now Bubba is so you got to tell Paula.
I do.
Do you still talk to Paula?
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you don't, give me Paula's email. I'm going to reach out to Paula.
No, you talked to Paula not all that long ago, too.
Paula called for a reading?
Yep. Paula talked to you a couple of months, I think back at the beginning of May.
Maybe Paula's listening.
I love it. Well, Andrea, you've got to get this message to Paula that's why Bubba never returned. And Bubba is so happy for Mommy to get to know that's the reason and that Bubba is always there. So, okay, now that we're done with everybody else and not Andrea, so let me just quickly focus on Andrea. There's is it 3 or 4 cats? Well, how many cats do you have?
I have 2.
Then that's not it. Then and you haven't lost someone.
Well, I have 2 alive and 2 deceased.
Oh, there's the.
Wait a minute. There's maybe more than that.
Okay,
but.
just know it's all your kitties coming through and letting you know that they're here. Even Andrea, even though 3, 4. So it's not also the cat. It's in addition to the cats. There's March 4th or April 3rd or something in March and something in April, or the 3rd or the 4th of the month. So birthday, anniversary, it could be connected to the kitties. I'm not really sure, but just make sure you keep that in Mac. Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Mac? Mac. I don't know if this is like McDonald or Mac Burger or Mac. Like, do you eat at McDonald's a lot?
Oh no.
To the cats? Did you get them?
I can't eat at McDonald's. Not that I know of. Never eat at McDonald's.
Andrea, there's Mac something, like MAC something, Mac something, and I don't know. Maybe this is a last name of somebody connected to you, like McDonald or Mick something, but just make sure you there's a father figure stepping forward. Is your dad crossed?
Yes.
So Dad's stepping forward because he's behind me and put his hand on my shoulder, and I just heard him say it's Dad or Dad figure. So, but Andrea, he's owning the Mac something. Mac, I don't know what this is. Like Mac Pearson or all I know is that
I don't know. Unless that was what his dog's original name was when she was born. I don't know.
Well, usually they don't give me stuff that you wouldn't be able to validate.
Right.
Usually
I don't know.
it's current stuff. Think of someone crossed, like a maiden name or a last name, because that's what I'm feeling. Because your father's pulling me up. Your father just said So I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Dad just said you knew. You know. Where does the van come in?
The van.
A van just went by, and your father just pointed to the van. I don't know if this is like a minivan, a minibus, but there's either someone maybe a while back used a van to go to a place, but there's something or somebody connected to you. There's also, in addition to Andrea, that you've got another Anna. There's another A connection in addition to you.
Okay.
You don't know?
No.
Okay. All of this stuff, Andrea, just make sure you keep it with you. And even when the show is put up on my YouTube channel, you can listen to it because your father's telling me all of this. Sometimes when you're on the phone, your kind of mind shuts down and you can't get it. Just make sure and there's also Mary. There's an MR name too. Mark, Mary?
Mary was my grandmother.
Okay, so just know that Grandma Mary is here stepping forward, and everything else I gave you is just a way to let you know that they're – and Grandma Mary stepped forward almost screaming, the van. I can't – maybe it's not an actual van. Maybe it's a word, van, like van something. I don't know. But
my father always had a van for work that he drove.
Oh, my God. Andrea, I'm going to need a glass of wine after you. Let me just tell you, or a Cosmo. So Dad drove a van for work?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the van.
Like a work van.
That's why when the van went by, your dad was like pointing to the van, like talk about the van. So just know it's all of this is just to say your dad's there, and but is Mom there too?
Well, with him?
No, in spirit.
Well, she passed away in September.
Oh, so your mom is in spirit. That's what I'm saying. Your mom's there too.
Yep.
So Mom's stepping forward and letting you know that she's here. And Frank, who's this?
Fran. I had an aunt named Fran.
You have a what?
Aunt.
My father's cousin, my father's side of the family. There was a Fran.
Okay, just if Fran is in spirit.
Yeah, but I didn't really know her well.
Oh, she knows you very well, Andrea.
Okay.
It's
right.
When something like that happens, it's a way that spirit, like your dad, your mom, are all saying, make sure you tell my daughter that all of these people are there with her. They're watching her. They're supporting her. That's what that's all about. It's just saying that just because, if you didn't have a relationship with Auntie Fran, she's here and she's stepping forward. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to leave you with that, Andrea. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay.
And lots of love.
Hopefully I'll see you. I'm going to see if Paul will come with me this next Friday night.
And Andrea, if you do, you've got to make sure you let me know it's you.
Okay.
I would love
make
to
it happen.
meet you and to give you a hug.
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
Thank
Lots
you.
of love.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Have
and
a good
we're
evening.
no.
Sorry.
Okay. So we're going to the
Another call.
Okay. Next caller. No break. I don't know.
Mark, your signs stink today.
All right,
we have a couple of minutes.
Okay.
We don't really have time for a call.
Okay, so let's do a break, and when I come back, I'll get through the calls.
It's a little early for a break.
So what are we doing?
So
should I do a tap dance? What do I do?
What's your sign say?
Stretch, which means yap for about.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got it.
He can yap.
Yeah. So Elix, what are we having for dinner?
He can
what are we
definitely
having for supper?
yap.
Do people in Massachusetts use the word supper, or is that just a Rhode Island word?
No, supper. We use supper.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure because I was like, that's a big word in Rhode Island. Supper.
Call it dinner. Yeah.
I always called it supper, but
dinner, supper. I call it either.
Mine's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or supper, whichever. I've heard both, but I'm never late for a meal.
Listen, today is
we know
a
clearly, and he shows
for newness, right? I mean, I wasn't here for my show for the first time. Now all of a sudden, this stretch, I didn't know.
No, he's out of control.
I had
today.
no idea what he was saying. Like, I don't know if he was like I want a hot dog at the end of the show. He was pulling his hands apart. The stretch thing is new, right? So
yeah.
And but you're right. I don't want to set a call and have it like a
That's
second.
right, Mark. We're talking about you. He's ignoring us.
I think Mark is just looking at this cake. That's all. He's not paying attention to the show, and he just wants the cake.
Easy weasy little
I'm watching the time here, boys.
All right, so do we have?
If you'd like to take a break now.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then we have more time on the other end.
We can do so.
And I can get through the callers. Perfect.
It's up to you.
Yes.
Let's
we'll
do
be
it.
back very
After
soon.
the break.
And welcome back to Through the Static. Mock's exact quotes or words were, "This has been a screwy day." So I like screwy though, right? Screwy's good. It's a little different, but then again, when you talk to dead people and can hear dead people, every day is screwy with me. It really is. So in a good way.
I
right?
would
In a good
argue
way.
that every day is screwy with you, whether you're talking to dead people or not.
So even before I became a medium, you
That's
mean?
right.
It was screwy?
Absolutely.
Well, then it fits right in talking to dead people,
That's
right?
right.
So, all right. So speaking of talking to dead people, let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm glad that you're here with me. Tracy, I don't know where to start with this because I've never seen this before, but well, let me start with this, Tracy. Do you or somebody close to you do a lot with landscaping, like planting, or anybody that's close to you or you? The reason why I'm asking is that what Spirit does when I do these readings is that, especially if I'm in an environment that I can see a lot of things, as soon as I tuned in with you, someone pulled my hand to across the street because we can see out the studio windows, and there's like overgrown vines in bushes, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if like you lived near a place or at a place that's got overgrown stuff, or this was in the past, like a building that had vines on it. Any of this make sense?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
All right, next caller. No, Tracy, I'm kidding. Just kidding.
Tracy's not impressed.
So, yeah, Tracy's like, you're a medium? Come on. All right, we'll get there, Tracy. I don't, and there's a father figure. Is your dad crossed?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Dad. Dad keeps pointing to this fence with all these overgrown stuff. I don't know what this is. You don't connect to like a landscaper. There's not like a friend, family member who's a landscaper that owns a business or something that was a landscaper at your place or near your place today. Something that's connected to that. No. Yes. No.
No.
Yes? All right.
No.
Just make sure you keep it with you. Your dad's saying yes, that you know. So it's got to be something that maybe I'm not connecting it correctly, or the way maybe I'm missing something. Danny, who's this? Who's Danny? Donnie? There's some connection to you, either living or crossed, but there's a connection here. Donna? Denny? Nobody that you know, either living or crossed, like connected to that name, first name, middle name?
No.
Tracy, I beg to differ. Your dad just said yes, yes. Just make sure you keep it with you. And then there's also like Jimmy. There's double letters connected to you. Because I just saw Donnie with the NN, and then I see Jimmy with the MM. Right. So there's maybe it's a different name with double letters, but just make sure you keep it with you. Because I don't know. Is with your dad? It feels like there's a younger, like a. Wait a minute. Do you have a brother?
No.
Is there a brother-in-law or somebody with your dad crossed?
Nope.
Well, did your dad have a brother?
Yes.
Is he crossed?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Johnny.
Okay. Johnny. So there's there it is. There's the NN. Johnny.
Yeah.
Double letters. There it is. Johnny. So just know it's a way in a
Is Tracy drinking?
No, I think your spirits are drinking. So,
maybe.
honestly, like Mark said, this is screwy. How they so went around just to get to Johnny. I've never gone that route, but I knew it was a double letter. So know that it's Uncle. So this for you is Uncle Johnny.
Yeah.
So know that Uncle Johnny is just stepping forward to let you know he's here. I am telling you, Tracy, your dad, Uncle Johnny, someone on your father's side, somebody was in landscape or planting, or there's something with landscaping, planting trees, bushes, cleaning them out. I don't know what this is, but just make sure you keep it with you. And think is, a lot of times, Tracy, when I do this, this could be like when you were a little girl. Like that's how far back they may go. So just to let you know, they also go back to, is it the 4, April, the 4, the number 4? Is there a birthday or an anniversary in April or the 4th of a month? Do you know? It could be anniversary of death, but there's something with 4. Or maybe was your dad from 4? Were there 4 kids?
No, there was 3.
Okay, so just make sure you keep the 4 connection, because there's a connection, but I'm not really sure it's kids or if it's April or it's the 4th of a month somewhere. But there's a 4 connection. There's also who's got the COPD, the lung issue. I don't know if this was lung cancer, COPD, but I can't.
My mother had lung cancer.
Oh, so it's just letting you know that Mom is here stepping forward too. Your mom keeps talking about her hair. I don't know why. I mean, did your mom get her hair done weekly, or what's the hair?
I don't know.
Just,
her hair always looked great.
She always looked great?
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. Maybe she's just giving that as a validation. And elephants. Does someone love elephants? If you say no, I'm just going to dump this call. I'm kidding. I would never do that, Tracy.
No, it's weird. I keep looking at this elephant sculpture on Marketplace that I want to buy, and I'm like, I don't know if I should buy it or not.
Oh, my God. Tracy, that's exactly – and it's an elephant sculpture?
Yeah.
That's exactly why they showed me the elephant. It's just know that when you're looking at it, your mom, dad are right there with you.
Oh, wow.
It's just a way to say that their energies, they love you, they're with you. So I'm going to leave you with that, but make sure you keep the 4 in your mind too, okay?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Tracy.
No more drinking for you, Tracy.
I'm only drinking coffee.
Thank you.
Coffee or
Tracy,
coffee?
that sounds good, coffee. All right, listen, lots of love,
Coffee.
Tracy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this?
This is Sandy.
Hey, Sandy, how are you? Let me just start with, are your spirits screwy? Because if they are, I don't know where to go with this. So this is a screwy day, Sandy. But
hopefully not.
Okay. So, Sandy, dad figure, you've got to have a dad crossed.
I do. Yeah.
Oh, dad. Sometimes, a lot of times, they'll come through with mother figure, father figure, but sometimes I'll get dad or a mom, and dad is stepping forward to let you know that he's here with, your dad's always with you. Now, but I can't tell if this is mom or grandmother, so is mom crossed also, or is she here?
My mom is still here.
Okay. I kind of thought it was grandma. So just know, but this is mom's mom, because it's not your dad's mom. So mom's mom is also stepping forward. Well, wait a minute. But now dad's mom's here. So both grandmothers are here, letting you know that they're stepping forward. So, Sandy, your father talks about a birth. It almost makes me feel like someone was born in either someone crossed right after it or right before it. There's a connection with the baby birth. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but when I just asked, I heard birth, and when I asked, what about the birth, was there something specific about someone's birth? Something different, or like a difficult birth, or your father keeps focusing on a birth, and so does your grandmother. Nothing that you can think of, like a birth that was different, or different in the sense, someone has a baby, and then a grandma, dies or crosses over a couple of months later before the baby gets to know them, or prior. But there's also in Vinny or Vicky. Where's the V come in for you?
Oh boy, I'm trying to think.
Living
V.
or crossed. It also could be middle name, but there's a V. I keep seeing the V, and I don't get that letter a lot. So make sure you keep it with you. It's got to be. There's not many names with a V.
Oh well, my grandma's her name was Viola, but that was her first name.
Oh,
I don't know.
Sandy, I'm telling you,
between
between you and Tracy, I'm going to become an alcoholic because I need a lot of drinks right now. Yeah, so it's Grandma Viola coming forward. So that was her first name?
That was her first name.
Yeah, so just know that Grandma Viola is letting you know that she's stepping forward. Is this Mom's?
That was my mom's mom.
Yeah, because I asked that because she comes from the left side, and that's Mom's side. So just it's a beautiful way to let you know that Grandma Viola is letting you, she's going to take this up with you after we get off the phone because she said, how does she not know my name? V. There's not many V's. Your Grandma Viola is very funny. I very much like her. There's Sandy, a change going on with you. There's some kind of change. I don't know if this is work change or someone very close to you moving, changing jobs, retiring, but there's something very big. And there's also a birthday with an O at the end. Someone's coming up to a 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. There's a big O birthday coming up. Is this going to be like Viola, Sandy?
I can't.
Just
I'm trying to think. My son's birthday is coming up this month, but he's going to be 22. I just can't think of anyone with an O.
No, unless it's a birthday that's on like a 20th or 30th, but an O connection, which could be too. But there's a zero connection to a birthday. And it's either someone was born like February 20th or there's someone that's hitting a biggie. Because I just heard a biggie, or an anniversary too, Sandy. It could be someone's 40th anniversary, 30th anniversary, but there's a big zero connection. Sometimes when someone has an anniversary party for them when they were here living, that could also be it. But just make sure you keep it with you, Sandy. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Listen, we're out of time, so thank you for calling, and I'm going to leave you with lots of love, Sandy.
Thank you.
Thank you. So great to talk to you.
All right, bye.
So remember, everybody, only have a minute left. I wish I could keep going with calls, but I want to make sure I reiterate. A week from this Friday, the 26th, go to my website, Stephen the Medium, if you're local, and I am going to have a fabulous event at the Attleboro Elks, and you're going to get not only this puny $25 for a possibility of having your loved ones come through, but you're also going to get my brand new CD/MP3, which is great. It's just, even if you're not even feeling like you're connected, even more so to listen to the CD, but it's got such great things there, and it's got a meditation, a very brief meditation, which everybody needs just to, do this meditation to clear your minds, and everything else gets clear. And also part of it is clearing your chakras. It's an incredible CD. I worked very, very hard before it was ready to come out. So, Elix, Coach Elix, website?
Performance Coaching by Elix.
Okay, so I think we're done. We will see you next week for the big party, my 1-year anniversary. So don't miss it, okay?
That's right.
So we'll see you next week, and lots of love.
Bye-bye, everyone.